We rely on it, but hey, what can we do? So here we are. Thankfully, we have backup plans. It's always good to have options. Decentralization, right? Never rely on one thing. So yeah, being flexible is the name of the game. So we have exciting DAO update. So the recent delegation prop for getting member delegations is past quorum. Yay! Thankfully, Stella was able to get a hold of somebody with deep enough bags to make a big difference. So we didn't even have to use the multi-sig to do the whole abstain vote thing that we were doing. So the DAO saves the day. That's what we like. So that's exciting. That means that it's probably going to pass unless there is a massive turnout that comes in and says no all of a sudden for some reason. But we've been working at this for a long time, so I think that we're all on the same page. So exciting to say that the governance prop will go, and we will have some extra weight for future props, so we can just get things back to rolling. Stella, did you want to jump in on something there? You had a little quip. Look, you got a smile on your face, so it must be positive. Let's hear it.
No, I was just in my head. I was going stupid routes of saying like, oh, imagine someone, like a secret whale. We have been looking at Julian and myself on the ownership board, right? I don't know if Julian remembers from this, like from probably like 9 months ago or something, a pregnancy time slot away, right? That we looked at ownership on the up contract, right? And of course, we knew what was like a foundation, and we knew Henry, and we knew Pioneer Pet, but we had no collection of two whales on that board that have massive backs. Aside from the ones that we do know, and we were like, how can we find this out? But no one actually exposed themselves as being one of those whales. So now I'm thinking it can only be Chris at this point. I think it's Chris. I think Chris has to be the one with the huge backs. He's just not exposing himself. He's waiting to slide in for an emergency. I think that's what's happening.
Nice. Well, good theory. The conspiracies abound.
What's happening? What's happening? Their blockchain is down.
Hollow is down. That's what's
I know, but you know they have their own testnet, right?
Yeah.
That they run it through.
Yeah, it has something to do with that, I bet. I already reported our issues from this morning. But I also heard from a very reliable source, whose name I'm not going to mention because this is video recorded, that they might stop working on Huddle, like on that part of Huddle. So if that's the case, I think we all know what we need to do. I need to get us a Brave Talk subscription so we can have them read it.
Is it because the ICO?
I have a feeling it has to do with that, and with sharpening their focus on the stuff that actually works on their platform extremely well, and that gets them the finances that they need to build further, versus maybe the stuff that is just a lot of work, is like often like buggy. And Julian is like completely destroyed. His face is like, what the fuck?
Yes. Yes, it was the one
just got pulled under me.
Promoting. It's the one DPIN product I promote often.
Yeah. I haven't been promoting them for a few months already. I've been more focusing on like other tools. Like for example, Fileverse is a very reliable tooling stack, or Meet with, like the founder of Meet with. So everyone on here who has a Google, like a Calendly tool, is paying for it, please move to meetwith.xyz. It does that, but doesn't even. Yeah, thank you, Will. But it does everything that Calendly does, but it does it actually better and more. And it's and it even allows for paid meetings accepted in crypto, which is pretty cool.
I hate to be a sourpuss for Meetwith, but Anupa and I tried our lives out to use it, and it kept having problems with the scheduling. And it was if she were here, she would tell you, it was really, really crazy. We ended up
You
using
have,
Google.
but Danny, so there's some customization with Meet With too. So one, make sure that's applied. Also, two, do you have it integrated with the Google Calendar? Because that might be a
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I sent her like my Meet With link, and she like sort of tried to schedule a time, and it just wasn't syncing with her time versus my time or whatever it was. So it would send the notification that she's scheduled, and then the timing would be wrong for some reason. Like, typically if you did it with Google Meet, it would automatically match the time zones, and you wouldn't have to try to figure that out. But for some reason, it just wasn't working. So we kept missing our timing and
You know,
tried to calculate it, all that sort of thing,
you know what
and
can
ended up
cause that? It can be caused if you're using a VPN, or if you're actually not having your computer or whatever you're booking this from set to the time zone that you're actually in. This is when this happens, and then it also happens to Calendly, by the way. It doesn't matter. So I
Well,
would look into
you
this,
would
but
probably
also,
have to talk to her because she's the one that was trying to do the booking. I sent the
okay,
link, and
I
so
will talk to
maybe.
her. But also, I recommend next time you have this issue, just reach out to Patrick. Like in the whole of the, actually a little bit more than, now I've been with them for over a year and 3 months, I think, exactly. And I had 2 times problems, and I reported those problems. They got fixed in less than 2 hours. So it's really worth, if it's apps, right? Only users will discover problems with them. So then if you report them and you do it well, not just say like everything is not working. I mean, you're a developer, you know how that stuff works, right? So you just do it well, and then, it can be fixed. Like there's nothing that's not fixable other than apparently politics and the world. Okay, I will stop.
Okay, Trig, start the meeting and I'll let you know where I'm calling in from today.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Thanks, Will. But I do agree with what we were talking about with Meet With. I'd appreciate having products that have active developers and team support. It is, especially when you're dealing with the kind of stuff that we do, there's a lot of custom, right? Like living in this blockchain Web3 world, everything ends up kind of being custom to some degree because it's all new, and it's not, there's not like as clear or refined workflows like we have with Google products, right? Like those workflows, those user flows are really well defined. And so if we want to be on this like frontier of technology, we kind of have to accept the role of product testers. And it frustrates me to no end because I get so tired of being a free product tester, but that is the price that we pay to be cutting edge. And so the products that we need to use are the products that are responsive to our feedback. And if we are engaged and we get back with the developers and we tell them our problems and define our use case to them so they understand the workflow, it helps them refine their product. And hopefully, being Web3 enabled, there's opportunities for some sort of, equity share or community token sharing, or, these types of rewards that give people something in return. So it's not just free labor. But we strive for these goals. They're hard to achieve in practice, so that we do the best that we can.
You're not seeking out bug bounties for Web3 products?
Sorry, what? You got bug bounties for us?
I said you're not seeking out bug bounties for Web3 products. You're a free tester.
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I just am a sucker for doing free testing. I can't help it. I just love doing free work. It's so much fun and rewarding. It keeps me going every day. It's why we're here, right?
I
Free
love
work.
it.
I'm saying it's annoying because for one person I'm doing the work for free, and then the other one is like I'm charging $700 a day. It's like it's a bit unfair, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it goes, though. We all have to do what we've got to do to pay the bills.
If your job and your hobby is the same thing, then this happens.
Yep, for sure. Absolutely. So speaking of, what the work that we're doing, that whether it's free or not free, Cece has been busy working with RUMs. So I think if you have a second, Cece, to hop up to the mic, we can go over some of the marketing updates and RUMs activity.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone, GM, GA, GN, wherever you are. Well, we have, as you know, we have been working with the Rise Up Morning Show, and these guys were helping us spread the word for unlock to their community, as they usually do live shows on most of the social media channels like TikTok, YouTube, X, if I'm not mistaken, Instagram too. And well, basically the partnership is already ended, but they have shipped their smart contracts for the scholarship fund that they have made for their community. And which is nice because they, as as influencers that are looking for educational purposes on their content, they are looking to give some education opportunities to their audiences. So that's why they set up this scholarship fund using Unlock. So they basically set up like 11 memberships for 11 tiers different for people to donate. And with those funds, they would give these scholarships to their programs for people that want to continue learning about crypto and all that stuff. And well, that's looking good. Although they are still refining some of their processes. Let me share you their link. They have shared about the, yes, there you go. So that's the checkout URL they are using for their memberships. And it's nice because they already have set like all the memberships there. And right now they already have like 3 donors. One, the major one would be, in fact, Evan Mann, who is part of the team that during the last call where we were in the last show that we were with Estela, he already did that deposit for the donation on the scholarship fund to encourage people to also donate and participate in this effort. And after that, they already have some like 2 donors more. So I think this is something in the process, and they are still pushing for this campaign to their community, to support other people also to participate in the scholarship. And also they are sharing this with their sponsors so they can also participate. Hopefully they will have more, but that's the status at the moment. They have started, and let's see how they go with this, and how also their community react to this initiative. And that's on their side. So this is interesting to see now crypto influencers to start using Web3 tools for their audience and their memberships. So that's the update at the moment.
Awesome. Thank you. That was a great update. Glad that keeps working forward. Good work on that. It is an essential part of the growth and promotion of Unlock. So it's great that we are able to connect with these value aligned groups and help get the message out there and participate in these larger community activities that are really rewarding for not only the individuals but also the organizations as a whole, right? That's the goal of value alignment, is that we can promote each other's shared message and draw others towards, the communal work that we're all doing. So thank you, CC, for making sure that keeps moving forward and we keep making progress. All right, we will shift over to Stella. Has a couple of updates, made some improvements to the leaderboard. And you can go ahead and talk about your little webinar project that you have with Alana tomorrow. And then we will move on to other community updates. All right. Well, we will get back to these slightly less important things that Stella has to say in due time. But yeah, let's, Disky, if you have opportunity to jump up to the mic, you're welcome to now. And if you want to do a screen share, do any kind of a demo, whatever you want, or just run through it and explain to us, kind of where you're at and what's new.
A lot of things are new. Let me screen share. 1 second. The screen there. Up. Okay. Hello. Yeah, my laptop is over here, so my camera. I'm looking on a bigger screen here. Entire screen. This one. Let's go. You see it? You do. So, first of all, I renamed the project to Bluey. That's actually a Dutch word. So I'm from Belgium. I speak Flemish, which is almost the same as Dutch from in the Netherlands, and that means to grow or blossom. Like, and then I wrote it with a Y instead of an I. The reason for it is because people that are English can't pronounce Bluey the way we do, and it's closer if I write it differently. Then I also changed a lot on how the product works. First, it was an editor. Now it's more of a visual notes system. It is built on the same stuff I did before. So it's actually the editor is still in here. It's behind this canvas. And my goal is, because I'm a UX designer myself, and the goal is now to tell a UX story or to help people tell a UX story. For example, if so you have the different tools. I have a composer, a magician, a screen artist, an architect. I have all these different guys. And if you do, for instance, the composer, it will ask you to, like, what do you want to build? Let's say I want to build a fitness mobile app. It's a bit slow today as well. It will help you create, so it will ask a few questions, and it will create a product plan with you. And from there, it creates steps. You can do wireframes, and you can go on. Let me see if I have one that maybe has more info, so I don't have to do it on the short time we have. There we go. So this was one I did with my boss earlier, actually. Why is it not scrolling? Okay. So it created like a product plan on what you can do or what you want to do, and then these are the steps. It's basically the same. So you have the steps, and these are the screens you have to create. So you can do a wireframes from this, and the goal is a bit like, okay, you can ask all these things from Claude or GPT or whatever, but the thing is, people start building apps and products without a clear vision of how the architecture and the UX should be. If I ask Lovable, for instance, like build a website, it's going to be a great looking website, but the UX is going to be horrible most of the time. So I'm trying, or at least trying to build this system where it's the step before you go to Cursor or Claude or whoever you want to vibe code with. So you can create wireframes and a bit of screens, and you can update these screens, for instance, like a tiny bit. So you can change the border radius and maybe the button color. It's double selected right now. I don't know why. Okay, so I changed the button color, and you can do some code edits as well. You can do full screen code editor as well. It's like tiny changes to make it look different enough to have this UX overview of what you want to build. Another one of the features I have is like this architecture guy. My hand is not working. That creates like a full architecture of your product. Like, okay, you have a product plan. What else do you need? Okay, you need onboarding, you need settings, you need privacy, you need this, you need that. this tries to create some sort of overview of what you should build or what the plan is that you need to build. So it's like everything from I have an ID, working on the ID or the concept. What do I need? What screens? What's the story? What's the flow? Like that gives you a visual overview of what you actually need to build. Because if you ask Claude or GPT for like, okay, give me a product plan, it will give you a product plan, but nobody reads it, and it's most of the time it's incoherent or it's not UX correct. You can do UX audits as well, but they go out. Maybe I have one open somewhere. I don't have one open. So you can quickly make screens here just from a prompt or copy a screen. Like this is a screenshot. When I copied it, a bit like Google Stitch, uses the same technology. And then you can derive screens from it. So this is a screenshot. This is a copy of it in HTML. And then I asked, I have so many cards here. Then I asked, okay, can you make a profile screen from the same? So it uses the context from before to build the next flow. And of course, you can export it all to Cursor or to Visual Code, or you can also export it to Figma itself. So this is kind of the route I've been going in. It's very different from what you've seen last time. I'm building this quite fast because everything here I already had in the editor tool. I had the agents, I had the wiring stuff because I was using them for prototyping. I have the noting, I had the canvas, so it was just like putting it upside down and working on it. Then the unlock system, that changed a lot as well. So let me log out for a second. So the thing is, and that's a big problem with Web3 in general, is people that are not in the, not familiar with it are really, really hard to onboard. Like even my own friends, my own family, they were not able to test my products because they didn't have a wallet or they didn't understand how to create it. And it's very hard to tell your mom on the phone how to create a web wallet, a crypto wallet. It's a nightmare. So it's still there. But what I'm doing now is I have this third web overlay that if you sign on with whatever you want, I'm creating a wallet for you in the backend. Even if you sign up with an email, you will never see that wallet. Unless you have a wallet yourself, you can still use it. Then if you buy, for instance, if you buy something on I'm logged in, this one already. Sometimes it's a bit slow. There we go. Open. So if I'm buying something, let's say I'm buying the builder, it still uses the same system from ThirdWeb. It already knows the wallet I'm in, so people don't have to care about it. I'm gonna try to avoid the C in USDC as well. And if you pay whatever, so it's the Web3 flow, but what it does is I have a server wallet that the moment that you buy something, it automatically mints the unlock key, sends it to this wallet, the one I created for you, and I pay the gas for it as well. So there is like zero friction there. Also, like I had this, I said it on Discord before. Like if I have an overview of all the keys in one like modal, it's confusing. So it's like for me, this works better. And I've been thinking about how the unlock like modal works, and I would be happy to like give some redesign suggestions in the future, like on how to make this onboarding flow better, because that's the biggest issue. That's probably with the other with the huddle thing as well. Like as long as if it needs wallets and stuff, it's way too complex for people, and it will be. Like every single Web3 product has the same issue, but I still love Web3, so I'm integrating it. I'm still using it, but the user doesn't know. And if you want to know, it's there. If you want to use it, If you want to use your own wallet, it's there. If you want to sell the keys to somebody else, it works. You can still do it. And also it saves a lot of build shit for me because it's on the blockchain. I just have to fetch that. I don't have to store it anywhere. I'm just checking like, okay, when did that person create the key or buy the key? And that's how I know when they're a subscriber and for how long. So I don't have to store it. I don't have to manage like security stuff for it because not my problem, which is easier to build. If you want, I'll make a package of the Web3 overlay stuff that I did and make it open source if you're interested, at least.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm all for different options for, visual overlays and just ways for people to experience the product, right? Like you said, there's accessibility issues and it depends on the person's familiarity with, the existing technology. So anything that we can do that just as an ecosystem as a whole, not just Unlock, but everyone, I think should be working towards that same goal of increasing accessibility.
For me, like everything blockchain related, I've always believed in it, but as long as that's the front of whatever you do, like if you put it on the front, like you have to use it and this is your wallet and you have to do it this way, then there will be friction. But if the backend runs on it and it's seamless and nobody ever notices it, but it works, then we did a good job. And that's like, for me, that's what crypto technology is built for. Like it runs, but you don't notice it. Well,
yeah.
Some people do want to notice it and see it, but
exactly, and
a
that's
tool like this. It's hard to onboard otherwise as well.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good distinction, though. That was exactly what I was thinking, is that what's powerful about blockchain is that you can abstract it away so people don't have to understand or know anything about it. But it also creates the ability to make it all transparent. So if somebody wants to know, they can figure out exactly how it works and verify for themselves that it does what they're being told that it does.
Well, that's
and
not
that's
possible,
something
right?
that's missing.
So if you sign up with your own wallet, then you will get the key and you can check it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just don't want to do it and sign up with your email or phone number or Discord or whatever, then you will never see it because you don't care anyway.
Yep, exactly. Well,
and
nice work.
I needed to shift this anyway because it's super hard to get a footing in a market like this.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be like get a broader audience, hopefully. Like I think this should work. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I think that you're headed in the right direction because from my perspective, as somebody who works more in the design requirements UX side of software, this is an amazing tool. Anybody who's been trying to vibe code, all they have to do is see what you just did and be like, wow, this is exactly what's missing in vibe coding. Like you said, it's all the steps leading up to turning it over to the AI to write the code.
Yeah.
And that's the part that's really hard about software design. Having the idea isn't hard, and doing the coding now isn't actually that hard either. But knowing how to build a real product that actually can be used and is accessible, that is challenging. Having the cohesion. So I'm anxious to see how what you do in Bluey pipes into AI and how well it like listens to it and follows the rules, right? Because AI can be a little bit wishy-washy with instructions. So that's my biggest
the hardest
curiosity
thing for me to build is that like I have a bunch of like, let's call it agents. They all have like directives to do, but if I make it too strict, they always give the same output. If I don't make it strict enough, they do whatever and they give me shit that doesn't work. So that's quite hard to do. But again, for me, it's a thing of control, right? If you put in a document, you can edit it whatever you want without the need to constantly ask AI to do something. Of course, This is kind of an MVP right now. I have a lot of tools. You can see here, if you see my radio menu, there were the love tools. Now I have to like connect them more and tell the people like what to do with it and how to use it. Because I noticed that people sign up for the website and they have no clue what to do or why to use it. And that's the thing I really need to work on for the next few weeks, like to tell the story and to like give an output that is actually usable. Like, why not use ChatGPT to write a document? Like, why do you need this? So we'll see. It's work in progress.
Yeah, well, great work. I love the focus. To me, it doesn't feel so much as like a huge shift or a huge change. It seems like a refinement of what you were doing before, and like product market fit, right? Like getting to that point of what is it that people actually need. So, from my perspective, congratulations! Really, really great job. I love the direction. I guarantee you that at least half, if not more than half, the people in this call are already thinking about exactly what they want to do with this tool. So hopefully you'll get some good product testers out of us, and we'll give you some feedback.
Give me the feedback as well. There are a lot of bugs. If I give a demo, I know the bugs, so I can work around it. A lot of things don't work or glitch out or whatever. But I've been building this. Like, this is built in less than a month. And it's not working on React Flow. It's working on my own thing. Which is buggy. But yeah, like you have to go very fast in this market. And I'm also losing my job in a month, so I need a product to like to grow.
All right, well. Yeah, when opportunity and preparation align, that is when the magic happens. So here you are making magic. So thanks for sharing it with the Unlock community. We really appreciate it. Love that the integration is working well for you. Stella, you got a question?
Oh yes, I saw this. No worries. That would be great. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Love to see the community projects really coming out of the woodworks with interesting things. I love that like this wasn't anything that any of us knew was happening, and then all of a sudden it's like the coolest product that I've seen in a while. So really, it's a great sign of the Unlock community drawing in the kind of talent. You know, this is why Unlock exists, right? To just simplify one simple step that is a sticking point for other projects. So in the same way that Disky was talking about needing like examples for users to understand how his product works. This is an example of that for Unlock. We can use this, as Stella was saying, with Anupa's showcase, to let people see how Unlock really does unlock opportunities. So thanks for giving us that opportunity, as well as sharing your amazing tool. We have a little bit of time left. It looks, Will, if you're still available to jump in and share some of your updates. I don't know if you have any good stories from ETH Denver or stuff with your projects, whatever you want to take away with, you've got the mic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. ETH Denver was a vibe. Even though there was a lot of social media sentiment that said otherwise. Yes, it was a lower attended event than in years past. Yes, there were less projects, organizations, and vendors there presenting. However, it made for really great conversations. And, that more intimate setting, right? Where everybody's not in a rush to get to the next person, right? So it was really good. I don't want to get too much on the hype train about it. What I will say is that a couple of the side events were really well done and put together. I did attend the Azos Finance side event. I did attend the on-chain media content creator cohort meetup as well, where they're curating content creators and using their resources and on-chain media through what Rachel has available to her to monetize content creators. So that was really cool. It was a good event. Met some very interesting people, met some new people that I haven't met before that are in the space that I've been connected to. And so, yeah, that was really good. Where is Will T? Where in the world is Will T? So Will T no longer resides in Denver, Colorado. So for ETH Denver 2027, if you're wanting to get an airport ride from Will T of Web3, that will more than likely not be possible. I am now full-time Web3. I am starting my sojourn in Latam. I am currently in Monterrey, Mexico. I know there's a lot going on the other side of the country in Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta, but I'm completely safe. I have a friend that works with Interpol, so I did check with him as far as my safety and security before I traveled here. So digital nomad life, Julian, digital nomad life. It starts now. It actually started yesterday after 8 hours of traveling here. And don't be surprised if you see me with one of my best friends of Web3, Mr. Jimmy Cohen, Mr. Guinness World Record tree planter, planting mangroves somewhere else in the world. So no, I did not try by foot. That'd be a long drive. And some of those highways, I mean, Julian, some of those Mexican highways, if you're not careful, you might get kidnapped. So, yeah. There you go, Sassy, the digital nomad educator. I love it. That's kind of a high-level recap of ETH Denver. Some cool stuff being built, some cool innovations being done. I didn't get the full results of the build-a-thon, but the Clawbot demonstrations look pretty interesting as far as what people are using Clawbot and agentic behavior for. So it's pretty cool. So probably some exciting things developing in the next, 4, 5, 6 months. You guys will probably see a lot of that on the social channels. So they did have an actual Faraday case for a phone that they were giving away at one of the booths called Chain Patrol, which works on Web3 security and safety. And their booth was emblematic of the Faraday case or the Faraday functionality, if you're not familiar. So I guess that's it for now. From here in Monterrey, I'll probably go down to Mexico City or Oaxaca for a couple of days there. I'm planning on going to Puerto Escondido to visit my good friends in Tropic Region for some time, catch up with him and his bee farms. And then from there, you never know. So I may be reaching out to you to come to Bolivia. Costa Rica is on the table, right? Obviously, Brazil's on the table, Ecuador, Colombia. So, all while staying safe. So there we go. That's the updates from, good job, Julian. You nailed it because Stella and I already talked about me being in Lima for my birthday. So you never know. You never know. So anyways.
Nice. Well, thank you
that's about it.
Nice. Thanks, Will, for the nomadic update.
Well, thanks to Web3 for providing me the opportunities to find out all this. I'm also getting additional resources from Jimmy of how to be successful living the nomadic life. Don't be surprised if you start seeing a KF Media subscription using Unlock Protocol.
Nice. I like the sounds of that. Very cool. Well, talk about FOMO. I mean, I didn't get a lot of FOMO from East Denver, although it was really happy to hear that the vibe was more intimate. That was what really made the Carrot Castle awesome for me last year. And it sounds like the whole East Denver kind of took a carrot out of the carrot basket and kind of went all in on that. And I think that's the right call, because especially right now, I think that it's important for all of us to dig into those personal relationships and go a little bit deeper than hype, and stay connected with the narratives that matter to us, the values that matter to us, the people that share those values. This is a building time, right? This is where we're getting awesome things like Bluey coming out of the woodwork, right? Like there are products that people have been cooking on or thinking about that aren't just the hype train. There's more than just the hype train, right? And that's what Unlock is a part of, right? Is this long-term, slow building with intention, real products that real people need and can use in their lives. And I think this is how we find them, right? By staying connected with each other, sharing our thoughts, sharing our frustrations, helping each other product test, and just, embracing a little bit of nomadic life and traveling around the world and experiencing, the things that make this world fun to be a part of. So thanks for sharing that with us, Will. And I look forward to
and I just
regular
wanted to
updates.
say, and I know we have some people on this call too that are our friends on another continent too, outside of this region. So if the trade winds carry me to Africa, don't be surprised if I show up in your neck of the woods.
All right. I like the sounds of that. All right. Looks like we got a hand up. Alexei, you feel free to jump in.
Yeah, hi guys. Nice to meet you all. My name is Alexei. Alex for short is going to work too. So I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. I am a developer and now I work in a good old outsourcing company, but I'm willing to move to Web3 and crypto domain. And this is how I found Unlock. I asked ChatGPT which project I can contribute to, and it gave me Unlock. So that's why I'm here. And I actually checked out the repo already. There are some issues on GitHub. I think I could possibly help you with a few of them if that's something what can be done, what you will accept. And probably I will also like to contribute to some of the features if any of those are in progress. So please let me know what you think of that and whether it's a good idea or not. And if yes, I will probably need some help with starting the project, because I built it, I started it, it works, but there are some errors that I get, and probably some settings that I need to perform are not in place yet.
Awesome. Well, that was exciting to hear. Glad that you found us. A good thing that AI knows what's up. Unlock is definitely the protocol to contribute to. So welcome. Glad to have you a part of the community. Exciting to have a new member that is interested in contributing. I think, I don't know if Stella, go ahead. You can jump in with some specific answers.
First of all, welcome, Alexei. This is fantastic. Yes, we do have a bunch of issues of tickets. I need to do a bunch of cleanup in there, but I've been running up to time. I mean, I keep saying this, and I know it sucks to always get the same excuse. But yes, Alexei, if you're willing to do stuff, there's definitely room. I don't know if you joined our Discord yet, and I know we're not using Discord as much these days as we used to, but if we are, maybe reach out on Discord, ping me there. I'll invite you, and I'll invite you. I'll message me, and then I'll accept you, and then we can do DMs as well. There's definitely a bunch of tickets that need to be fixed, and so if you already were able to run everything locally, I think you've done 95% of the work already. So exciting. And again, welcome, Alexei. I'm excited to have you be with us.
Thank you, Julian. I will reach out to you. So let's sync up on the priorities.
Sounds great. Awesome. Well, that is icing on the cake of a beautiful DAO call. Lovely to welcome in a new member and contributor, and awesome timing having Julian here to connect with directly immediately. So thanks everybody for being here. Oh, sorry, I just saw your comment, Stella. What did you say no to? Oh, was it to Cece's comment? Okay.
I said no to Sissy. This is a new one.
Yeah, I was worried all of a sudden. I was like, I don't know, there's a big no, but you did say that you've been kind of a damper on calls all day today. So I guess being a little bit negative and critical is accepted. It's all right. We had a pretty good call. It was all positive up until now. Just teasing. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Won't keep you any longer. We are at the hour, but it has been a fun time as always, informative, which it usually is, and also just a really welcoming. I'm really excited about our new projects that we have with Diski and Alexi coming in. These are the kinds of things that keep things fresh and exciting. So thanks for joining in. And yeah, stay fresh out there, unlockers, and we'll catch you next week.
And thank
See
you,
you
Felix,
next-
for running the meeting.
Thank you. Have a good
See you
one.
next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.